Well, welcome to the Sousse.sports Podcast, the number one podcast for casuals. I am your host, Brad, with your other host, Drayway, Bosnian's finest. All right, so today we'll be talking about the Lakers, their playoff chances. Lakers in three. Anyways, let's get started on this. First of all, Lakers
We
have
decided
a
to talk
very
about
nice road win
something we
streak
know
going
about.
on right now. Isn't it about like
What
six or
is it
seven
now?
games? I think six.
7-0, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
you
Which
know,
is,
first in the NBA right now, too. Not too bad. I mean, this is a little outdated, but I think the Lakers are 12 and 3 right now.
or what?
Lakers are 12 and 3 right now, maybe?
You said 12 and 3.
Yes.
I think they are. No, that might be right.
Let's check. Lakers are 11 and 3 still. 5-game winning streak, not too bad. The LA fraud, I mean the Clippers are in second place in the league at 10 and 4.
No,
Now,
I
you might
still
be
think
wondering
that
why I might say they're frauds. Let me tell you about this. A couple of days ago, I saw this thing on ESPN saying that Paul George or Pandemic P says that his weak brick performances in the playoffs are fueling him for this year, which starts making me wonder. He'll probably brick another playoff performance where he should be good. Clippers will probably blow a 3-1 lead like they did to the Nuggets. Anyways, he's actually doing all right now. Still a fraud though. You know what? Lakers don't have anybody that's leading either in like top NBA, like as NBA leaders, like offensive and stuff like that. Any input on
we
that?
have some very great defensive players
Like
on our team right now.
Alex Caruso.
Anthony Davis,
Yes.
Carugo,
Carugo.
the list goes on.
The White Mamba.
Exactly.
Yes.
Now, the Lakers are the favorite to repeat.
Definitely. I think they're an offensive heavy team, but they still have some decent defense.
We're very good on defense and offense.
Yes.
We actually lead the league in defense, I'm pretty sure.
Let's make sure of that with our sports analysts real quick.
Let's
But
checking
anyway,
the stats right now.
very awesome. Speaking of the Clippers, like I did earlier, I'm gonna talk about Patrick Beverly really quickly. Looking at his season stats right now, this dude's playing like a fucking bum. Like I said,
A
bum.
bum. A
Averaging
bum.
8.7 points, 4.3 rebounds, 1.9 assists, and not even averaging over one steal per game. Absolute garbage.
Now let's compare this to the GOAT Alex Caruso.
Yes, a Lakers bench player, keep in fact, but really good bench player. I even think last year he generated some like free agent buzz.
He's come a long way from being a G League player, don't you think?
Remember, G League player in 2017, shined in 2018, 2019, and now. It's actually pretty good for a player in G League. Because I don't see a lot of G League players don't make it, huh?
No, but that was not the case for Caruso, the GOAT.
Yes. Let's not forget about Jared Dudley. He used to be on the Nets. Absolutely awesome
Thank
player.
God he left trash organization.
Speaking of the Nets, anyways, Kyrie's a bitch. Wants to win a ring so bad without LeBron James, yet he forms a super team that he wanted to be the captain of. He's not even a Robin anymore. He's just like a maid to fucking the bum and cupcake. Absolutely funny.
No, I understand why Kyrie is getting a lot of the hate that he's getting,
Yes.
but I do think that some of it is unwarranted, you know?
Yeah, like he's definitely a good player,
Yeah, for sure.
but sometimes he does talk out of his ass. Talks out of his ass. I proposed a little theory yesterday of why Kyrie's been missing. Actually, if you think about it, what if you know how he's missing last week, right?
Yeah,
Going to parties, whatever, breaking COVID protocols for the NBA. What if he did that to absolutely diminish and tank his like trade value so that the Rockets don't want him? Make him look like a cancer to the team.
that'd be an absolutely big brain play from Kyrie.
An absolutely 400 IQ, 5D, transdimensional, metaphysical play by Kyrie. If he did that,
I don't think he would do it.
you don't think so?
No,
Maybe. Possibility still
I
out there.
think my man is struggling currently mentally.
Definitely. I mean, you can tell he's struggling mentally. He said LeBron isn't clutch. You know what? This
But
vitamin water, Triple X, pretty good. This isn't a vitamin water sponsorship, by the way. Just saying it's a good drink.
sponsored
Yes.
drink today.
It's weird. These like sports type drinks, they hit different once 11 or 12 hits. Like Fruit Punch Powerade. Very good.
Like fruit punch Powerade.
Yes.
Why?
What
What was that?
Fruit Punch Powerade?
No, I just heard breathing.
That's real nice.
I
You
think
know
we
what?
lost our train of thought again.
Uh you know what? I kind of feel bad for Bradley Beal. He needs to get out of fucking Washington ASAP.
I don't think he will ever.
Yeah. Same thing with CJ McCollum and Dame.
Yeah,
But like
Curry
Bradley
too,
Beal's
but at least he's made something
yeah,
of the Warriors.
Warriors.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like Bradley Beal's leading like the NBA right now in points. He's almost at 30, he's 35 pretty much, 34.9 points. Like
yeah. I really expected um Westbrook to pull his own weight for the team.
yeah, but Bradley Beal can hold his own, but Westbrook just seems like he's kind of just on like the back burner right now, but he's still doing good.
Currently injured, right?
I think. I don't know, Ninja Turtle looking ass though.
I think once he comes back from his injury and finds his rhythm with the team, they
Mis-
could easily still make playoffs.
Mr. Triple Double.
The king of triple doubles.
Triple Double. But one player that I thought was really disappointing right now is John Wall. He's not exactly good right now, or like it's like at the level that he would be at.
Well,
Like
he did just come
He's
off
still
of
better
a.
than Patrick Beverly. Like, but he's averaging 18 points, 4.7 rebounds, 5.1 assists.
I mean, he's coming off of a massive injury, so to see like anywhere near 20 points per game is still
That's still a
looking
strong
good for
start,
him.
yeah.
Who I think is the most disappointing player right now is probably Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy buckets. Yeah, I haven't heard much about him recently, headline wise at least.
They haven't been doing well.
Yeah, Heat started
even though
off
they
kind
have.
of slow last year too.
Yeah, that's true.
I
So
mean,
maybe,
they had a pretty dominant road start though. Like they were undefeated on the road for a bit.
yeah, I do think that they will pick it up as the season goes on.
Definitely.
But as of right now, they're not as great as they were,
They're currently in the
and not as
they're
great
currently in the
as
C tier,
people thought they were last season.
perhaps.
I think part of it might be because of their
Forgot who left the Heat this year because
I'm trying to remember his name right now.
they signed Bam to a big extension, right? Or not a big extension,
Mm,
but a couple of years.
I'm pretty sure they signed Bam for a while.
Yeah,
Um, who was it? Aiton that went to Phoenix.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think the
You are
loss of him was
right. The Heat aren't doing
something.
too good. Record of 4-7.
I think Aiton is part of the reason why this team isn't doing as well as it was last season.
Definitely. So just gonna go on a little rundown on top 10 NBA teams right now. Give her a little inputs on it. Lakers number one, obviously. Strong start. You got LeBron. You got AD. Caruso. Remember much?
Especially Caruso. Don't
Yes.
forget about Caruso.
Wesley Matthews. You got the Clippers, or the Frauds, as I'd like to say.
The
Paul off
Clippers at
Clipper.
second seed.
Yeah,
Well, that's about what they were at last season.
yeah. Paul George averaging 25 points right now, 6.1 rebounds, 5.2 assists. I mean, I don't think Paul George will ever go back to MVP form or near MVP form.
I don't think he'll ever reach it, but I do
Yeah,
think he is playing better than he did in the playoffs.
definitely. Good regular season player. Let's not get that wrong. He's a good regular season
Definitely.
player. Bad postseason player. The Jazz are 9-4 at third place. Strong team. I see
The
them going
Jazz, I
deep in the
haven't heard much
playoffs.
about,
See them going to the
surprisingly.
playoffs very far. Yeah, the Bucks are in fourth.
Like, for doing so good, I haven't heard much about them at all.
Yeah, I think they're I think they're a good all around team. Maybe that's why they're not generating a lot of buzz because like nobody's like superstar performing almost.
Mm, that could be part of it, They don't have a LeBron or AD on their team.
Yeah, and LeBron and AD are gonna get most of the media attention because it's the Lakers. I mean, like it's deserving too, but yeah. Celtics are in fifth. I feel
Not
like
the
this is like
Celtics.
Celtics. I feel like this is
Go
like
ahead.
kind of like an important year for them.
It's a make or break season.
Yeah, definitely a make or break season because Gordon Hayward left, for the Hornets. Jason Tatum, I see him like having a super breakout season this year. Like I think he's gonna be really good. I like him as a
I
player.
wouldn't be surprised
Yeah,
if Tatum left the Celtics within the next 5 years.
I wouldn't be surprised either because if they don't build really strong around him, I mean they have because
They do have a
Ennis
lot of
Kenter
good
left.
players.
Yeah, Ennis Kenter left to the Trailblazers from Celtics this year too. Yeah,
They have Brown, they have Smart, they have a lot of really good players. So
yeah,
now it all depends on what they do with them
yeah. They keep
and
if
how
they
far
keep
this
him.
coaching takes them.
Yeah, 76ers are fucking frauds. Honestly, like they look good on paper. You got Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, but
They look great on paper,
yes, great on
and
paper.
they have been playing pretty well,
Yeah, 9-5 right now.
all things considered. They've been playing really well.
And the Suns, I think the Suns are a sleeper right now. I mean, you got Chris Paul, Devin Booker. I see them going.
I think the Suns will go far
Yeah,
in the playoffs.
I think the
I
Sun
wouldn't be surprised if it was the Lakers against the Suns in
Western
the Western
Conference.
Conference Final.
Yeah,
I see them finishing the West at third.
I could see it happen. That could be pretty unexpected. That's a nice hot take. Cause think about it, like Devin Booker, Chris Paul. That's a pretty good combo.
Yeah, and they got Aiton, which I talked about just a second ago.
Yeah,
All things considered, they are going to be a very strong playoff team.
definitely. They're definitely top five in the West right now.
I'm sure they'll finish top five in the West as well.
Yep. Then number nine, we got the Blazers. It's like here's the thing. I like Damian Lillard as a player. He just needs to get out of Portland, but he's not going to.
He won't
Yeah.
ever.
It's the thing is like he's loyal to Portland, but like Portland's not building around him, and like CJ McCollum's a good player and Ennis Kenter's a good player. It's just there's too many
Yeah,
strong top dogs in the West right now. So even though Portland has a strong team, it's just not strong enough, you know?
yeah. I think if he got another superstar with him,
Definitely. If you formed a superstar duo, because like don't get me wrong, like McCollum's an all-star player, but he's not like
he's
a
not a superstar.
yeah, he's not like an Anthony Davis to a LeBron. Like it- Jason Tatum maybe next year if he leaves Boston if they don't do anything. Think
I
about
don't see him leaving next year.
it. Tatum.
No.
I'd say like 2 to 3 years, huh?
Mm, maybe.
Maybe. Then rounding off number 10 are the Nets. They're 8-6.
The Nets have had a slow start,
Yes.
all things considered.
All things considered with Zoom Kyrie. It's like I don't know.
I
Only
do think
person
they'll pick it up later on in the
yeah.
season.
I think once their chemistry starts building around I expect the Nets to finish number one in the East.
I don't know about number one. I would definitely have them at
Top three.
maybe number two or
Yeah.
three.
Because the only reason I say that is the Bucks don't have enough firepower even though like Greek Freak's fucking awesome, amazing player, good on both ends of
Hmm.
the court. I just don't think it's enough firepower for such an offensive heavy team like that. Only people I really see truly like just like defeating the Nets like playoffs wise is probably the Heat.
I don't know if the Heat will do it.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. Cause I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I think Jimmy Butler held his own like against LeBron in the finals. Really strong player.
Yeah,
Like,
but I think they've also lost players
definitely, yeah.
that they needed.
Like, I think if they pick up like one more good like bench player, like the Heat,
Yeah,
definitely. Cause that's the
the
thing.
Heat
It's
are
like
still interested in acquiring Oladipo, I'm pretty sure.
that'd be pretty cool.
Now, if Oladipo went to the Heat, they would definitely be
Stronger
a top
contender.
three contender.
Yeah,
I want to say top three.
yeah. Cause right now it's like trying to look at number one for the East at the end of the season is like really hard to like guess or judge because like so many teams are either suspect. Yeah, just suspect. Cause it's like yeah, sure you got a fucking you got three offensive heavy players and like a good defensive player in Kyrie and KD. And I don't know fucking Harden, but I know he's Harden can score. I just don't like the way he plays. But like, who knows about the Nets' bench?
They've lost all depth.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, If one of those three get injured, like sure they still,
It's
sure they
almost
still,
over for the team.
yeah, sure they still have two other superstars. But if KD gets injured or Kyrie, you're fucked. You know?
I think here's the thing. Right now, the Nets are a pillar of sand,
Yes. Or a house of cards.
a house of cards. They could go far,
Definitely.
but if you take out one of them, the entire team topples.
Definitely. Cause like I don't know, like if Kevin Durant goes down, like I know like he came off of came off of surgery obviously and all healed up and whatever, but that could always
Mhm.
spark up again.
I worry that if he does get another season-ending injury like that, what it'll do for his career.
I He's 32 right now, so I mean I think if you get another injury like that, maybe he has like 2 or 3 years left in the league after that, but still like going strong for 32.
Yeah,
And KD is fucking really good right now. Like they're averaging 30 points, 5.7 assists, almost 7 rebounds.
you have to understand, however, that in the last 82 games that the Nets have had Kyrie,
Mhm.
he's only played 25 of them.
Cause he got shoulder surgery right last year, or am I
Hmm.
wrong? Yeah.
Wait, what?
I said didn't he get surgery last year, right?
I'm not sure.
For his shoulder.
I might have to look that up.
But yeah, Kyrie has only played 7 games as of right now. 27 points, 6.1 assists, 5.3 rebounds.
Yeah, he's a great player. He
Yeah.
just doesn't play. I think once they get him back, if and when, of course,
Yes,
he's gonna be he's gonna be ready for the playoffs.
definitely. I could,
This
yeah,
is just what he's been waiting for the longest time.
yeah. Like they have enough fight. The Nets have enough firepower to take them all the way to the finals, but
Offensively,
offensively, they're a more offensive heavy team than the Lakers, and that's what worries me about the Nets because they don't have much defense really. And Kyrie is
defense wins championships.
yes, and Kyrie's blocks aren't very high up, like 0.3 this season.
I
Hit,
mean, he is a point guard, isn't he?
yeah,
He's not someone you look to for blocks.
yeah, but I
You
don't
look at
really,
someone more like KD's height.
yeah. I mean, KD's averaging I think 1.2 blocks right now, which isn't bad at all.
Looks pretty good for him.
Yeah,
What the Nets need to worry about is AD and how he is a contender for DPOY every year.
yes.
If they can't
Like
find
I don't know if
a
I'd go
good
far to say
defender,
that maybe they should have KD on like load management certain times against certain opponents.
if you're gonna play someone like the Kings, there's no reason to
Yeah,
have KD
if
on
you're
the
playing some,
field.
yeah, if you're playing the Kings or like New Orleans, like you don't need him out there, you know.
He could do what Kawhi's done for a while,
Yeah,
where he just sits out certain games, like back-to-back games,
yeah. Like as
Even
much as I
back-to-back
think,
games
as
would be
much
good
as
for
like
him.
I'm not really a big fan of load management, but for somebody like KD or like yeah, like
Somebody
Kawhi,
who's just coming off of an
yeah,
Achilles injury.
yeah,
It's not about like, oh, we need him.
yeah,
It's about we need him not to get hurt.
yeah. Because the Nets are looking for something more than just a good regular season record. They're all these trades that they've done to get like all their players. It's like James Harden.
I want to talk about the Mavericks for a second.
All right, what about him?
Recently, Luca surpassed Michael Jordan
Jordan triple doubles, right?
in triple doubles.
Yeah,
That's not something to be slept on.
I feel like not a lot of people were talking about that at all. I saw that earlier today, man.
Yeah, now what I'm thinking is, what is his ceiling?
His ceiling, I feel like not a lot of people talk about his ceiling, but I would say like I don't know if it's a hot take or not, but maybe around somewhere where like LeBron, maybe even past that.
You think he could surpass LeBron?
On the outlook of like the next like 2 to 5 years, that's the type of player he's looking like right now.
He's definitely looking like a solid player.
Yeah, solid player. He's definitely a superstar right now.
He'll definitely stay a superstar as long as he stays healthy.
Definitely. I don't. Is he injury prone?
No,
No.
I don't think.
Luka Doncic season's pretty strong right now too. 10 rebounds a game. He's tied. He's tied for Harden right now for most in the for like a top one in the NBA leaderboards for stats. Averaging 9.4 assists, 28 points.
There's a lot of young talent in the NBA right now.
Definitely.